Good morning, Mocha Marbles, and welcome to Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. I am your host, Miss Keisha Boyd, and of course, I could not do this by myself. I have to have my officially Jorge, my café con leche.
Good morning, my beauty queen and Mocha
How are you, my
Marbles.
love?
I'm on the opposite side of the bay.
Yeah, I see that.
So we are like,
I don't
we
like
are bay to bay.
bay to bay, baby. You're right. You're right. We got to show love to both cities.
And
So
that's
I'm
BAE. That's BAE.
That's BAE. Bay to bay. Yes. Listen, how was your weekend or your week?
So I'm getting over this whole like pollination situation.
Oh God, and the pollen is like 10.
It was rough last week. So thank goodness I'm at the tail end of that. And so, but what I want to know is what you haven't told some of the Mocha Marvels about some of your after hours activities on these internets.
Oh my God. Okay, so what he is speaking of, y'all, my eyelash is giving me trouble, but I'm cute though, right? Okay. So one of our contributors who you'll see on the show today too, Coco, and I do an after dark series on Monday nights at 9:30 EST on Instagram. And it's called Keisha and Coke After Dark. And we talk about everything relationship. So we've talked about foreplay. We've talked about, pursuing.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Monogamy.
Wow. Like, you mean what happens in relationships in the nighttime?
No, just anytime, honey. Anytime, nighttime, daytime, noontime. We talking about it.
Wow. So the cookie jar is not off limits.
The cookie jar is not off limits, honey.
Oh, word. Okay.
So yes, that is what we're talking about. But listen, another thing. So tune in if you like. It is a lot.
Look at her. She, okay. This is a grown people show. It's okay.
That's right. Adults only, please. You must be 18 or over to enter.
Yeah, it was really cute. I love it.
Thank you, honey. Also, we participated, meaning Mocha in the Morning and Black in Florida.
Yes.
Participated in the annual Orange and Green Golf Tournament benefiting A&M universities, local student activities, and scholarships for local students. And honey, this was the biggest turnout. It's my dad's tournament. He leads this. And we had about 99 golfers, which is the most we've had over the years. And so glad to see everybody come out and support the university and our efforts for the Plant City chapter. But honey, let me tell you the funniest thing.
Well, you had 99 golfers, but ain't one.
And a putt ain't one. And not a hole in one.
And not a hole in one. You had 99 golfers and not a hole in one.
I love it. Oh, only you that I do this with. So it was I was sharing in our production meeting, shared a picture. And the Black in Florida sign, the only picture that one of my uncles posted, it had like a team of white people in front of the sign. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, oh.
But you know what though?
Inclusivity. I love it.
No, but I really think those are the people who should be there.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're trying to get that money. So
hello.
We're not trying to take our own money. No, we gotta bring people into the diaspora, into the fold. Into everything that is Black, and I bet you they had a good time, and they
had a wonderful time. But it was just funny to see the picture. Like, oh, the one picture with my son is a team of the white guys, and it's all good because maybe they got a little melanin in their system.
Well, it's whether they do or not, it's always possible and doable.
Absolutely.
In more ways, and maybe you'll talk about that on your after hours, after dark show.
Yes, a great look. You just sparked a great topic for me.
Anyway, so I thought that was hysterical. I'm like, that is perfect. If that needs to go viral, everyone needs to see. That should be on the front page.
Okay. Front page of the site, like boom. Here we go.
Send it to
I don't know who's calling, but sorry, y'all. All right, listen. All that and so much more is coming. But first,
cafe con leche, and you're having a commercial break.
If you would like to share an event or join our Mocha in the Morning crew as a guest contributor, email us at mochamorningshow@gmail.com or slide in our DMs. Thank you for adding a little flavor to your morning.
All right, Mocha Marbles, welcome back to Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. It is that time for this week's Steamers. Officially, Jorge, what you got for us, babe?
Yay!
Coffee?
All right, are we ready? Are we ready for the latest and everything that is happening in Black Hollywood and entertainment?
Yes.
All right, well, let's go. Listen up, folks. All right, first of all, let me just give the mouse a chunk of kudos cheese, because I will say that Disney has been putting out some stellar content that involves people that look like you and people that look like me.
Yes.
And to add to their list, and it seems like every week they're releasing new content, right? So premiering tonight on the Disney Channel, you have Saturday.
It's
And
Saturday.
This program has got me feeling nostalgic, because I just kind of feel that we're going back to the days where we did things, when we were kids. I mean, we've been so involved in social media and chatting and texting and not really like being in person. And I remember I used to go to the roller rink all the times.
Yes.
And I mean, I still, for the life of me, cannot skate backwards. So basically, Saturdays is a program on Disney that's really going to focusing on the highlights of the culture.
That's right. And I'm so excited because that is one of my projects. Disney is a client of mine. And so I've had a ball working on this show and preparing for the press junket and getting ready for today, which is premiere day. It comes on tonight at 9 p.m. It has Golden Brooks, who remember her from Girlfriends, and Omar Pudding, Danielle Gelade, who is the main character. Even Yo-Yo has a recurring role as the rink DJ or owner.
I love that Yo-Yo has a recurring role.
Yes, she does.
Yo, Lee, come back. Lee, come back. Lee, come back. Lee, come back. Right,
yeah, so it's super, super dope. I think you're going to enjoy it. I enjoyed the whole season because, of course, in preparation of getting it ready for premiere, we have to watch all the episodes. So it is going to be great. It's great fun to watch with your kids, your family, or just by yourself as an adult, because like Jorge said, it is very nostalgic. So
yeah. Not only that, some of the best, I mean, this talk about creating a soundtrack for your life. But I do know that another special guest contributor from Black in Florida is doing a review on Saturday. So make sure you guys go to blackinflorida.com to catch that there.
Yes.
Moving right along. Okay, so speaking of nostalgia, do you remember that? Because that on Nickelodeon?
Yes.
All right, so we all know Keenan and Kel.
I love them.
That worked at Good Burger.
Yes.
And that's where I learned all my customer service skills.
Welcome to Good Burger.
Well, guess what? There is a sequel to Good Burger.
How many years later?
Oh my goodness. I mean, what is it? Good question. How many years?
That's a long 25 years later.
I was gonna say 20.
No way.
Do we have to say 25? Nah, that's wrong.
Our producer says 25. I believe her.
Even if she sure it's not like 5? Can it be like 2 or 5 years ago? 25.
But it was in the 90s, so that's probably about right.
Oh, goodness. Anyways, the first Good Burger film was actually inspired by a sketch on All That, which they were on.
Yes.
And so I can't wait to see what, I mean, it's going to be hilarious. It's been really great to see how everyone's career has bloomed and blossomed over the years.
Yeah.
And so it's going to bring the nostalgia. But again, bringing back the nostalgia, back to the fans. I know we all grew up watching Nickelodeon.
Right, but I think it's a thing where we see that, like, we crave that. Our generation, we are craving that. Like to
because we had a good time.
Yes, because
we had
the
a
fun
real good
is not
time.
our fun that we had is not the kids' fun they have now. It's just not.
No. And I will say that the 80s, you can't come for the 80s. I mean, you can't.
Or the 90s.
Right? The 80s and 75% of the 90s.
Yes. Yes, honey. All of that. Yeah.
I mean, you know, the things that happened in the 80s will not ever happen ever again on the level that it happened. You know what I mean?
True.
So anyways,
all of that.
Right. Why the producer, all of it, does she want to be on
all of it? That's right. I love my producer. Please keep putting the comments there so we can keep it.
Anyway, we're gonna get all of our nostalgia coins, period.
Yes.
Boom. Moving right along. Okay, so there's a show on NBC and it's called That's My Jam.
Okay.
Hosted by Jimmy Fallon. So I first caught wind of the show when, you know, one day I was looking at Pussycat Dolls, you know, videos, and I was like, don't you lick the, right? And Nicole Scherzinger was on the show. And I was like, oh, what is she doing? And so basically, the premise of the show, like the singer is supposed to sing like a super popular song, but in another genre.
Okay.
Right? So Billy Porter is on the show.
Okay.
Right? And he gets selected. He does what he's going to do to decide the song and the genre of the song. So he gets Stronger by Kelly Clarkson. And he did a gospel bluesy rendition to Stronger.
What?
And Twitter and the internet's blowing up all over the place. In fact, Kelly Clarkson reported to Rolling Stone in saying that that was the greatest cover of her song that she has ever heard.
Oh, I gotta go listen. Because I know he probably took him to church, didn't he?
Oh, let me tell you. And I know people were concerned because they didn't bring their Bibles to the filming of that show. So they couldn't open up to they couldn't flip to a scripture, a chapter or nothing. So he really caught them, you know, but I'm pretty sure now that he's passing the plate and collecting off of it.
Hello. Hey.
But no, it was actually, and that just made me even more interested in that program. And I think what we don't understand is that, you know, singers,
baby, not singers.
Singers. People who can sing. It's really interesting how they can really take on like the voices of other singers and then take a song and turn it into, you know, from pop to electric to rhythm and blues to rock to heavy metal, how you can take a song. And that's how you know songwriters across the board are geniuses, because like if you can write something and interpret it in so many different ways and it's still a banger, you know what I'm saying? From the ground all the way up. Okay. Anyway, so I just thought that was awesome. Great for Billy and you know, doing the thing.
Doing the dang thing.
Can I get an amen up in here?
Amen. Pass the plate. Amen. Hallelujah.
Speaking of amens and passing the plates. You know, there might be some people who may just kind of take the plate and just pass it on with these Beyoncé tickets.
Ooh.
Okay, now you know where there is a Beyoncé Beehive fan, there is a way to make your dreams come true. check this out. Well, we all know all of the drama that's happening with Ticketmaster and the way that ticket sales happen in the US.
Right.
Well,
Ridiculous.
I can see why people want to shut down TikTok, because TikTok is coming for everyone's wallet and wigs. I mean, TikTokers are spreading the tea that you can go to Europe and see Beyonce, London, Copenhagen, Amsterdam, Paris, España, boom, right? You can go to Europe on a plane, get a ticket and a hotel, and maybe like a couple meals and an Uber or two and a train ticket.
Yeah.
All that for the price of what a ticket would cost here domestically in the US.
Oh. Shut your mouth.
Well, because the thing is, Europe don't play with them kind of like, just the same way they don't play with their food. Don't play with their ticket prices. And in the US market, they have these resale kinds of things and everything's based on, if everybody wants it, the price gets higher. Okay, well, EU was like, no, ma'am, not over here. It's going to be this price. And that's what it's going to be.
So you mean to tell me
we going to Beyonce, girl?
We going to see Beyonce on the international tip?
Yes, girl. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. We got to go to these concerts. Before everybody in Europe catches on.
Okay, so that's our weekend activity, okay?
Yeah. I mean, look, I mean, first of all, I understand where the fans are coming from because Beyonce don't pay their bills. Bills. But I mean, but the ticket prices in Europe compared to here are bootylicious. And so Europe ain't ready for this jelly. They ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? We gotta find a way. We are survivors, so we're gonna find a way to make it to the Beyonce concert.
Please move on before you spit all these girls' titles and
I am not crazy in love with these ticket prices, but I tell you this. You're not gonna break my soul or my pocket.
On my pocket.
But if I can get a BOGO, then let's go.
Boom. There it is. Not the BOGO.
Look, I can be Bonnie, you can be Clyde, you can be Clyde, I can be Bonnie. Let's go. We're gonna be on the run.
Please move on. Please move on.
Oh, goodness gracious. And tennis superstar Naomi Osaka, who of course is on maternity leave from tennis. Well, check this out. The first thing that's happened in 45 years, Victoria's Secret is doing an individual collaboration with her.
Get the coins, get your bags.
Yes, and we're talking about, intimate and lounge and sleepwear, things that you can be very, really cozy.
Not necessarily super sexy, but just cozy. Another Beyonce.
So congratulations to her. Again, the first time in 45 years where Victoria's Secret has done a collaboration with an individual. Now, I think this is very clever for Victoria's Secret because they're on the comeback.
Yeah.
Because they bring back the runway show. We got to save this brand. And whose money are they coming for? Yours.
Listen, yours. But I was about to say, Victoria's Secret kind of been on the back burner. I haven't heard much from them in a long time.
Well, I mean, they're out here. They're getting real intimate in these meetings about how they're gonna
save their brand.
Yeah. So, and this is the first reveal.
Listen, as you speak of that, as we talk about keeping stores open and stores closing, I was going through my wallet the other day. Honey, I found a Fredericks of Hollywood gift card that I've never used. I'm like, are they even open?
I remember looking at Fredericks of Hollywood when I realized everybody was almost naked. I was like, ooh.
Yes, honey. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. And that's when I fell in love with bodysuits.
Ooh. Honey, we ain't gonna talk about the bodysuits. But you look good, baby.
I love me a bodysuit.
I know. We
There's
know.
something about one piece keeping it all together, you know? Love it.
Keep going.
But Keisha, what Mocha Morris would know that when I was getting ready, Keisha walked into my dressing room and she was like, "What are you wearing?" I'm like, "It's my bodysuit." She's like, "You wearing a bodysuit?" I'm like, "I've been like ever since Frederick's on Hollywood." So, anyways, yeah, look, something's gotta hold it all together, girl.
Something, honey, something. I appreciate
what people call it compression is spandex.
Period. It's spandex.
Stop playing. It's spandex.
It's spandex.
Compression to make it any more masculine. It's spandex. It's disco lycra. Whether you lycra or not.
Or not.
All right. And whether you lycra or not, there is girl. So this queen bee is buzzing. There is a show now on Amazon Prime called Swarm. And let me tell you, I'm like, okay, I need to sit down and and really watch this because it's and be ready
and pay attention.
Yeah, because it's a lot, and of course, it highlights this this out of control fan culture that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really super awesome is that Malia Obama was one of the co-writers on this latest episode, which was like, oh my goodness, which was inspired by the elevator incident and $1 billion. What happened? And so I'm like, Malia, like, what she know about $1 billion in the elevator?
Listen, Malia say, I'm out here in this world, I'm out here in these streets. Just because I'm on Obama don't mean I don't know what's happening. She know what's happening.
I mean,
they from Chicago.
Well, the episode is called Girl Bye. And I mean, if you watch the trailer alone for Swarm, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, we need to sit down and watch all the episodes in one sitting. Because
I gotta watch that like during the day because it's kind of sci-fi-ish scary, I think. Right?
Yeah, well, anyway. It's there's this one scene where and it's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler.
Okay.
It's not a spoiler, but there's this one scene where like the girls are dressed to take, to go out, on the town. First of all, there's been nothing but praises for Malia Obama from Daniel Glover, which you all know from Atlanta. He's one of the co-creators of the show. She is an amazingly talented person. I mean, so she's getting flowers, right? Just bouquets of flowers. But there's this one scene where something went down and the girls were headed for a night out and they were trying to throw something in the trunk. And one of the girls were like, you can't be going up in there. And the other was like, why? I feel like you have a dead body in there.
Spoiler.
End scene. No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, because that would be something that we would say to each other, like when we were like, what is going on? Like, wait. Anyways, that's just in the trailer. It doesn't spoil anything, but it's it's a lot, but it's so entertaining. Yes. And at the same time, I could be like, you know what? I could see that happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some time and watch it. Because our resident, film and TV critic, Kristen, and our contributor, just wrote a review on it, and she says it's her type of bat-ish crazy. So I was like, oh, it must be something because she likes it.
I mean, there's hair, there's glitter, there's blood, there's people getting punched, shot, there's glamour,
It sounds so Danny Glover.
Or
Donald Glover, excuse me.
But what's even more interesting is that like you cannot be a celebrity and not have a nickname like for your fans. It's like a 2-for-1 now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, when Michael Jackson was the biggest thing, on earth, like his fans weren't called anything in particular. We were just Michael Jackson fans. But now you have like
the
Beehive, the Rihanna Navy, you know, you had the BTS army, you have Blinks, you have the Swifties. And I'm just like, okay, either y'all don't have enough to do in your day,
or you need to find some things,
or you need betterhelp.com. And that is everything that is happening and the latest in Black Hollywood and entertainment.
Well, thank you, officially Jorge. Mocha Marbles, don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back with this week's Piping Hot.
But you know what, though? We are so shady because we call our fans Mocha Marbles.
That's right. But they ain't crazy, though. They ain't gonna do nothing.
No, that's because they don't know where we live.
They still would not. They would bring us treats and things.
They better. Bring us chocolate.
Hi, I'm Tosh Johnson, and you are watching Mocha in the Morning. Hi, I'm Tosh Johnson, and you are watching Mocha in the Morning.
All right, Mocha Marbles, welcome back to Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. I am your host, Miss Keisha Boyd, and of course, it is time for Piping Hot, and I could not do it without my sisters. So let me go ahead and introduce today's contributors, Miss Kristen Glanton, who is a TV and film critic for Black in Florida.
What's up, y'all? Happy to be here.
All right, and we have Miss Coco, the barber, owner and master barber at Sheer Utopia, and owner of Crown by Coco.
Hello, happy Friday, guys.
And also, Coco is my co-host with Quiche and Coke After Dark on Mondays. If you want to get some spice in your life, come join us on IG Live every Monday at 9:30. All right, ladies, let's jump right into Piping Hot. So Jay Morant, is it John Morant? I think it's Jay Morant. Is suspended for 8 games because he decided to flash a gun at a nightclub. Now, it wasn't his gun. I don't even think it matters. It's the fact that you are a millionaire in the prime of your career and you decided to make a video flashing a gun. Now, Ja Rule was talking to an outlet and said that he blames hip hop for Jay Morant's activities and decisions. Think that I necessarily agree with that. I think that you can listen to all the rap and music that you want. Does it influence? Maybe. But at the end of the day, you have your own mind. Am I right, Coco?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. It's definitely him. It's not rap or any of those things. He decided to put the gun in his hand and to show off for whoever was around or whatever he wanted to do and not really think about the consequences. Now, we were just talking about this topic. He waved the gun in the crowd. I don't know if he was around African Americans. And he got suspended. And a gun is very serious. It's a very, very serious thing. And a crowd of other people that look like him, I don't know, trying to scare them or whatever. And we see a lot of times when people do, to me, that's serious. But when they do other things, their punishments, or they don't look like them, or they do it to other people, their punishments are way more severe. So if it would have been in another crowd where people didn't look like him, I feel like it would have been totally, you're terminated, you're out of here, your career is over. But just to get 6 games, I feel like it probably should have been a little bit more harsh on him. You're done. So that's very severe.
Yeah. So Ja Rule was quoted saying, stay in your lane. You a ball player. You are not about these streets. Why you out here?
But is Ja Rule about the streets?
Right.
Is Ja Rule about the streets? All of your rap songs are ballads.
Look, is it Doesn't 50 Cent still have him up under his thumb?
Yeah.
Messy.
I know. Sorry. I know.
That's what you're here for. That's what you're here for.
I know. I know.
All of your Ja Rule, stop. All of your songs are ballads. You really can't. Oh.
You ain't about that life.
At all.
But seriously, he is honestly, I would say, I mean, and Keisha, you could back me up on this. He is like that would be like a PR nightmare. PR turned into babysitter. Like, what are you doing? Why are you at the strip club with a gun, bruh?
Right.
What are you doing? I got all this cleanup I have to do at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning because you decided to be stupid. And now he seems to be, he made a statement and he seems to be very remorseful, but still, why did you do that in the first place? I know he had better sense than that.
You know what? He does. And a lot of people, some people are saying, oh, because his daddy be doing the most too at the games and all this kind of stuff. And
does he?
He's so worse. Girl, yes.
Yes, I don't know. I don't follow them, so I didn't know that.
That is the one that got into it with Shannon Sharp. On the basketball court.
Oh.
Yeah. Shannon was about to get
Shannon was about to get with him.
Get with him, okay? Like, bruh, all this right here, try me, please. I was like, oh, don't do it, Shannon. Don't do it. All right. But anyway, hopefully the brother will learn from this lesson. Keep your millions, stay on the court, let somebody else handle just stay in your lane.
And go home.
And go home, please.
Go home.
Throw your dollars and go home. Listen, Black China, who I only know her honestly from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, unfortunately, and being Rob Kardashian baby mama. But she has decided that she is removing her fillers from her face, and she just gonna let them dissolve and just be natural. I honestly didn't even know she had fillers. But now that I look at the two pictures, I'm like, oh, she does real hard right here. And I'm like, your face is gorgeous naturally. But of course, that doesn't matter, right? Because a lot of women that get BBLs and this and that, and I mean, we might say that they were beautiful before, just how they are, but for some reason they don't feel that way, so they go and do these things. So, Kristen, like, could you see the difference? Like,
I saw a little bit of a difference. I mean, I went down like a rabbit hole of comment threads, and they were saying, look, folks, she already had very high cheekbones already, and she got all this work done when she was 19, and there was really no need for her to get all that done in the first place. And she didn't only remove the fillers from her cheeks, but she also got the butt injections or whatever you want to call them. She got all of that removed as well because she was over it. And honestly, I'm glad that she's over it. Like, I am not opposed to getting work done if you wanted to. But I'm sick of this housewives or whatever look. I am. I'm tired of everybody looking like that. But honestly, I know how I looked when I was 19. I was a beast, baby. I didn't need that work done. And I saw what she looked like when she was that age, and she did not need that work done either. So I'm happy that she's getting back to, herself. So yeah, she needs to, good luck to her continuing on her path.
Coco, so why do you think these celebrities are now deciding like, oh, I don't want to, like K Michelle, she decided that she had a whole show about, how she had these complications and now she just want to be natural, which she ain't. Because I was like, girl, you done had your nose done and all this extra stuff. Just cleared that you were going to stop doing this stuff. But why do you think these celebrities are having a change of heart all of a sudden?
I think, as we know, healing and finding ourselves, that's the new craze, right? That's the new Black, going to counseling and finding ourselves and really accepting ourselves. So I think because we're in that era now, they realize, like, I don't have to look like imitation of me, right? I can just look like myself. I don't, especially at 19, you haven't even developed all the way into womanhood, and you don't know what's really going to happen to your face and your skin and different stuff. So that's, like you said, that's entirely too early. Sorry about those. That's entirely too early to be getting surgery. And I think as women heal and they go through so much trauma in their 20s and now they're in their 30s and 40s, they realize, like, I was trying to look like this for everybody else but me, my husband, my boyfriend, the media, right? And then you end up looking like she said, she looked like Jigsaw, you know. And yes, people have to tell you you look like that for you to say, hey, I'm looking like this. You know, we don't want to get to so far to where, you know, rest in peace, Joan Rivers, but I don't want to have to get all the way there for someone to say stop. You know what
And
I'm saying?
she
Like,
said there was blockage or something like that. So she was, I think she was having like some, you know, physical
complications.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And your body
complications.
will reject it because it's honestly not supposed to be in there. And a lot of times, like some people's body does, but a lot of people body reject it. And you see the lady with the big breast, the influencer, her implant exploded, and then that stuff gets into your bloodstream, and then you die. And all for what? Because you wanted to look like a picture or another person. Like, however God made your face, just rock it and do your thing, and that's it. And if people don't accept it, then you shouldn't be around them.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank, and
That's
there
it.
it is. All right. Moving on to President Donald Trump. Now, I am so like how we live in a country where your president, okay, is arrested and indicted. Expert, but he's still president. End of the day. You know what I'm saying? That he could be indicted and possibly arrested and then probably come out and still run for office because there are no laws that says that he cannot, Kristen. Like this Alvin. So tell us about Alvin Bragg and how this will play into his arrest because he hasn't been arrested yet. But there are things that are unfolding and his support system is not as strong as I think he thinks it is.
Yeah, he keeps calling for folks to for his supporters to protest him, and honestly, they are tired of it. One in particular, it was one of the main organizers of Stop the Steal, and he basically said, "We're tired. And we just don't want to do this anymore, and we don't have a billionaire to, you know, pay our bills." Guess what? You know, Trump wasn't a billionaire anyways, so he wasn't going to be able to pay their bills. However, you know, he wants these folks, I guess, I mean, they don't even know what they're fighting for at this point. You know, they're like, we're not fighting for insurrection anymore. So why are we out there fighting for you? Just not to go to jail? I don't think so. And this Alvin Bragg gentleman, is Manhattan district attorney. He's from Harlem, went to Harvard, is trying to make a lot of moves. He worked for Eric Garner's mother in trying to hold police more accountable after his death, and he also successfully indicted and sued Trump's family company as well. So he is on a path towards Donald Trump, and I don't think he's going to stop until he wins.
Listen, I'm not mad. You know, his Attorney General Bragg's decision to get involved with the grand jury would probably be the first time or the first charge against Donald Trump. So listen, something needs to be done. I don't know what, but something needs to be done because he is horrible, okay? Horrible. And I certainly don't want to see him in the office of president again. Hell, I don't want to see Ron DeSantis. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see either of them, but child, please, whatever.
Yeah, I think the supporters are probably over Trump and probably pushing for DeSantis. And, you know, it's one evil for another is what we're trading at this point.
The best of the worst, right? You just got to take the best of the worst. Ooh.
Basically.
All right, moving on to Shanquella Robinson and this young lady who lost her life in Mexico. Friends beat her up, basically left her for dead, and then went home like they didn't just beat her up. Coco, there have been 0 arrests in this case. Why do you think there have not been arrests, like any arrests, especially for the friends?
I think that unfortunately we live in a society truly where things can be in the public like for 3 days, right? And then the next thing happens that dies down and something else replaces it. So truly the fight and the cause and the, hey, we need this person, arrested, or these people arrested immediately, it kind of dwindles down because our attention goes to something else. And then we're not fighting, we're not calling anymore, we're not doing, and eventually, because we're African American, those causes will kind of be lost. And then it's something else that we have to fight for, i.e., our attention is on a gun from a basketball player, or, injections, or, anything that takes away from the true stance of what should be going on. And then our whole leaders, the ones that we did not elect or select. So it would be the Crumbs, the what's your boy name with the perm? Sharpton. You had to think about who's gonna Sharpton. All these people, they have to press, because when they press, we can say everything they want to, but truly those leaders that people start to listen to, the Jamal Bryants, like when they press, then things will be done. So we have to press on them, and then they can press, hey, they need to be arrested. What is going on? And we can't get swayed by the new post on the Shade Room of what Candy and Tamar are talking. No, we really have to, on these issues like them being arrested because you murdered a person that was supposed to be your friend, and you should be in prison.
I think it really had to do something with, I think it had more to do with race, to be honest with you.
They don't care.
Because this truly reminded me of what happened to, I don't know if you guys remember Natalie Holloway. The young lady from Alabama who went to Aruba. Now they went hard on that case. So it's not the exact same situation, but it was very similar. Like someone from America was in another place outside of the US, and something horrible happened to her. And America was up in arms about it until something happened with the gentleman that killed her.
Yeah.
And this was in the media for 5 minutes and then it died down.
Yep.
And they obviously know who did it. And she's here. And the witnesses, or the other people that were traveling with her, are also here. And nothing is happening.
And we have
And
video.
Ben Crump is upset about that.
There's no, like Holloway, they had to find the people, but we have a whole video of what it is that several videos, what you did, and there's still no one arrested. But again, like I said, the attention thing, like you said, we talked about it 3 days, but what I see in white America is not like, they're not like a squirrel. Like, it's going to be one story and then their attention over here. No, they're going to run the same story. If you watch CNN, something big happened, 10 weeks, that story will run over and over and over again. But our story is 3 days, and then something else, and then something else. And then all the outlets follow as well, because yes, they have to get paid for posting the latest thing, but they don't keep pressing unless it's drama. Right.
And so this is the other thing. Mexico is like ready to take it to task. Yeah. They want to extradite it. They are ready to take it to task. So it is honestly the United States that is, holding things up and moving at a snail's pace with what they want to do. And Ben Crump is basically saying, look, either you guys do something about it, you press charges, you start to investigate, or send her butt back over there to Mexico to get, to be jailed, or whatever the case, or whatever they're going to do with her. And I know she definitely don't want to go to Mexico to get this handled.
Yeah. If they take too long, then it'll just be handled how everything is handled in African American communities. So the best bet is to y'all here, come get these people.
Come get these people for somebody come get them.
Come get these people.
Yes, come get them, honey. Listen, it's a shame and it's so tragic that she had to lose her life that way to people that she trusted and loved. Yeah. But you got to be more careful. I just don't even understand it. And then you had a nerve to take her luggage to her mama's house?
Right. Ooh. Right. And say she died of alcohol intoxication. Are you serious? You were able to look her mother in her face and say that to her?
And lie. I mean, just straight up, just lie. And they keep moving like you moving about the country like everything is all good. No, everything ain't sweet. Everything.
And that's just a sad human, Miss Keisha. Like, I don't even have to know you and trust you and love you. You should just be a decent human being and not beat up people. Literally, she was not even fighting you back. What do I look like, Miss Keisha, arguing with you and you just sitting there like that and not saying nothing bad? I look like a dummy.
She broke her neck. She broke her neck.
She's not even defending herself. You are just a piss poor human. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be friends or love people just to treat people with kindness and treat
Right.
people. I can meet you today, Miss Keisha. We're going on a trip. We're going to have fun. Maybe I ain't like something you said. That's what it is. I keep it to myself and I move on. I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to fight you and kill you. I don't, it's just crazy.
That was premeditated. They set her up to do it.
I truly believe that.
I do too. I truly pray that they get all and anything that the jury and judge give them, because they deserve to be up under the jail.
Absolutely.
Maybe even worse.
Or worse. You're right. All right, ladies, that is it for Piping Hot. Thank you so much for joining. It's always a pleasure. You already know, anytime you want to come and sit with me and talk about Piping Hot topics, we shall do that and welcome you with open arms. So thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.
All righty. Thank you.
All right.
Mocha Marvel, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Mocha in the Morning.
Mocha Marvels, we are still celebrating Women's History Month, so you may want to check out Heart and Soul Sundays. Congratulations to Cheryl Cousseau, the 2023 American Heart Association and Go Red Women of Impact nominee. Welcome back, Mocha Marvels. Thank you for watching Mocha in the Morning. And do you have a minute? Because we have some Mocha Marvels that are on the move, like Tanya Lewis and the 11th annual Grandmother's Gala, which is happening on April the 1st at the Shriners Temple.
Yes, it's such a wonderful event too. Also, Read Write Centers is hosting a fundraiser called Sunrays, an intimate evening affair, on June 11th at American Social in Tampa. You can go to readwritecenters.org for more information on tickets and information on how to support the nonprofit. So we definitely encourage you to support these community events and those who are working in our areas to provide resources to those in need.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right, Mocha Marbles, it is time for this week's Mocha Moment. And I'm so proud because it is a recap of the Orange and Green Golf Tournament, which I am a proud graduate of Florida A&M University. Go Rattlers. And this is an event that's dear to my heart. It's my dad's event that he hosts with the Plant City chapter of the Alumni Association. And we had a wonderful turnout for this year's event. And so proud to be sponsors as Mocha in the Morning, and we will continue to support year after year. So take a look at all of the wonderful golfers and their, people who were there to support.
So this is the thing. We totally had to plan a Mocha in the Morning trip, and Kristen has to come, and Coco has to come.
Yes. my K girls. Hey. Listen, we have so much fun when they're on the show as contributors, because they bring so much personality and they do their research and they're just always prepared and ready. It's just a good thing. It's good vibes.
Good vibes,
good vibes.
And listen, Mocha Marvels, if there's anything you want to share, if there's a story that's out there that you want to share, if you have breaking news, a Mocha moment, you're doing an event, please reach out to us. If you are a Black-owned business, we are here to support you. So send us your ads, send us we will make sure that it makes it onto the show.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So listen, make sure you share the show with your friends. Tell them all how to find us. We want some more Mocha Marbles to join our crew. So make sure they're tuned in with us on Friday. Make sure you follow us on all of our platforms and shoot us an email, shoot us your pictures, all that good stuff. We want to make sure we support you. So
slide into our DMs.
Yes, slide into the DMs, baby. Listen, we appreciate you so much, Mocha Marbles. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Be safe and protect yourselves out there. Stay cool, get away from the pollen. Just have fun. Enjoy.
And thank you for adding a little bit of flavor to your morning blend.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's work on this Beyonce ticket. Where are we going?
Yes,
Sweden,
baby.
Germany, Norway. Where are we going? Barcelona.
You want to go back to Paris? No, Paris?
Any day. Tomorrow. I'm ready.
Paris could be.
Look, I don't know. Au revoir.
Well, I could do Paris now.
I did Paris, and I would do it again.
Okay, let's look at that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I could do Paris.
I just don't remember. I don't remember what his last name is. So.
You know what? Goodbye. I couldn't.